We've got something very special and very interesting from the Seattle Opera in studio this morning. Das Rheingold is part of the Ring Cycle, a four-opera epic based on Norse mythology that inspired Lord of the Rings. Here with an excerpt is Freddie Ballentine playing the character of Loga.
So weit leben und weben, in Wasser, Erd und Luft, viel frug ich, rasch bei allem, wo Kraft nur sich rührt und Keime sich regen, was von den Mannen mich gelingt, als Weibeswonne und Wild. Doch so weit leben und weben, verlockt nur weit meiner fragende List. In Wasser, Erd und Luft lassen wir nichts von Lieb und Weib. Nur einen sah ich, der sagte der Liebe ab. Rotes Gold entriet er des Weibes Gunst. Des Rheines klarer Kinder klagten mir ihrer Not. Der Nebel umnagt, albrig, Bulter begeben zum der badenden Kunst. Das reine Gold, da raubte sich rächend der Dieb. Das dünkt ihm nun das teuerste Gut. Herr als Weibeshuld. Den gleißenden Tand, der tiefer entwarnt, erklang mir der höchste Klage. An dich, Wotan, wenden sie sich, doch zurecht du zögest den Räuber. Das Gold dem Wasser wiedergibes und ewiges Liebe ihr eigen.
Oh my goodness, Freddie. We are not going to miss the roof of the studio that you just knocked off. That is for sure. I have to say, even though everything you were singing was in German, your face, everything told a story. Will you tell us the story of that song?
Yes, of course. So my character, as you said, is Loga. You all might think of him more as Loki from Norse mythology. And of course, Loki is a trickster. And he's been given the assignment of finding a replacement for the goddess Freya for the giants. It's a long, you know, if you know Tolkien, it's a long drawn out story. However, he's here, he's talking to his boss and his brother, Wotan, and saying there is one thing in the world that men could forsake love for, and it's this ring which gives you ultimate power.
Power.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so powerful because it's so sad and true, but
yeah.
What is the show about overall? What can people expect? I mean, I know that it's Norse mythology. If you love Lord of the Rings, you're going to love this, but overall, what do you hope people leave with, too?
Understanding the downfall of greed and, you know, how, while something, despite how tempting something may be, you know, it might be better for the world for you to choose the thing that is going to be a detriment to you.
Yeah, the good of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. I heard you moved to Berlin. We were chatting in the makeup room. You said you lived in Germany before. You moved to Berlin for a certain reason, but you don't speak too much German. Tell me, please.
So, I mean, I think if you go to Berlin, you'll realize that it's a very international city. Most people speak English there. And while I've had plenty of German lessons and I've been studying it, I even had studied German in high school. I moved to Berlin thinking that I would have all the practice in the world.
Yeah.
And the moment I got there, they were like, oh, no, no, no. My English is much better than yours. Let's just stick to that.
Let's just stay in English. That
Yeah.
is hilarious. So how did you get into opera? How did you know this was your path?
Well, I didn't. You know, it was a path that was laid before me, I think.
Okay.
I've been singing since I was a kid, and one day my parents just, there was a performing arts high school in my area. My parents said they wanted me to audition. I did not want to audition for the school, and they made me do it. And I remember the audition very well. I walked in, and I was just a very honest kid, and I went to the two men for whom I was auditioning, and afterwards, after I sang, they were like, so Freddie, why do you want to come to the governor's school? And I was like, I don't know if I want to come here. What is this? Who are you? You know? And it wasn't me being full of myself. I was just.
It was just an honest question.
It was a very honest question. And their second question was, how do you think the governor's school could help you improve your singing? And I go, I really don't know how I could be any better than I already am. And like, I remember them laughing so much, and I was like, what's so funny? I just didn't know you could take voice lessons to improve your singing. But we got there, and from day one, it was just opera, and it wasn't the opera that I fell in love with, it was the performing that I fell in love with.
And we are so grateful that you brought this performance here for us this morning, and you're sharing your talent with us today, and so grateful that you're in Seattle for this, so thank you so much. And just a reminder, Das Rheingold is happening at the Seattle Opera now until August 20th, so hurry up. Head to their website for ticket info.